how much time has he already served legal? He says, I don't know. But it doesn't matter. He's facing 720 years in jail. Something like that. He's facing something like 720 years in jail. So, I mean, it's going to be a year or two at most he's served. But let's see what the judge eventually said.
My heart bleeds for you because I have no doubt of the quality of human being that you are, as reflected by all of the positive comments. But you must suffer the consequences of your actions in these cases that you're standing before me for, and tempering justice with mercy. It's my responsibility to impose a sentence. And there are so many. If I were to spend time here now,
you can see Torin 3's work on his channel, YouTube channel, Torin 3.
Indictments individually, we'd be here for a few hours probably. So suffice it to say, with regard to the Satterfields, and need my clerk here to take notes for me.
Sue, stop spoiling things.
10, where the exposure is 0 to 5, the sentence is 5 years.
5 years.
I wrote insurance. Is that insurance fraud?
Yes, sir.
That's count number or indictment number. Count 11. On the exposure is 0 to 10, the sentence is 10 years.
15 years.
On the breach of trust with a 10-year possibility or exposure, the sentence is 10 years.
25 years.
On the money laundering, where the exposure is 0 to 20 years, the sentence is 10 years.
35
years. Breach of trust, sentence is 5 years.
I've lost track. Is it 35 years?
Money laundering, I believe it is. It's 5 years.
45 years.
Computer crime, sentence is 5 years.
50 years.
Each of those will run concurrent with each other.
So you can do things concurrently or consecutively. Consecutively means you serve your first 5 years, then you serve the 10-year sentence, then you serve the 20-year sentence. And consecutively means all of them are just served at the same time. So rather than going this year plus this year plus this year plus this year, you just lump them all together and you serve the longest sentence. So the longest sentence there is 10 years, I believe.
As to the breach of trust involving the Pinckneys, counts 5 and 9, is it?
Yes, sir.
Where the exposure is 5 years, the sentence is 5 years. The 30-day breach of trust, count 6, the sentence is time served. On the conspiracy charge, sentence is 5 years. On the breach of trust, where the exposure is 10 years, the sentence is 10 years. And that sentence will run consecutive to the sentence that you're currently serving. All the sentences otherwise will run concurrent with each other. I'm going to defer any restitution hearings, I believe it's...
Okay, so yeah, in the first part, the longest sentence was 20 years. And then he got, in the second batch, the longest was 10 years, but they still lumped both of those groups together and said they're all running concurrently. So the longest he's going to serve in state prison is 20 years. He was facing the 170, whatever the hell it was, 120, whatever the hell it was. But he's only serving 20 years. But it's running consecutively with his federal sentence that he's already serving. So he has to serve the federal sentence first. And when that's done, he'll serve his 20 state years.
It's just too convoluted for me to get a true handle on what the state is seeking and what should be ordered. And I tend to think that it's, well, I don't want to prejudge whether it's necessary or not, but I'm going to defer any ruling regarding any restitution. I'm not sure whether the state is actually seeking it, whether there's an actual loss. If there is, whether the parties can agree. We can have a separate hearing solely dealing with restitution if necessary. As the sentence of the court, your best wishes, Mr. Fleming.
Thank you.
So they'll worry about restitution at some point later. And that's it. He's gone. He's done. It's over for him. He's going down for 20 years in state.